Welcome to Impact. Headlines. BRICS new payment system intends to dethrone US dollar. US consumer inflation down in July. Chinese industrial output also down in July. In a landmark decision, 159 countries are expected to adopt a BRICS payment system, thus increasing the trend of de-dollarization globally. This is to serve as an alternative to the current SWIFT system, the global leading cross-border payment settlement platform, processing roughly 80% of all international transactions. Such developments are heightened due to United States sanctions on Russia and Iran, significantly affecting many of these countries and their trading partners. The payment system is expected to be launched ahead of the annual BRICS summit, slated for this October. Impact on Sri Lanka. Just earlier this year, Sri Lanka was among the 7 nations who submitted applications to join the consortium. Russia and Iran are Sri Lanka's key trading partners for tea and crude oil. Sanctions have led to lower export revenue. If Sri Lanka can also adopt the BRICS payment system, it would help the country's international trade relations and reduce the need for US dollars. Consumer inflation in the United States fell in July to 2.9% from a 3% a month earlier to a 3.5-year low. Although still higher than Federal Reserve's 2% target, the continued downtrend is expected to open doors for interest rate cuts next month. The decline in inflation is partly attributed to unemployment in the US, which currently stands at 4.3%, a near 3-year high, dampening consumer demand. On a related note, consumer sentiment in the US rose to 67.8 points in August. Impact on Sri Lanka. The United States is Sri Lanka's largest export market. In the first months of 2024, exports to the United States fell to $1.37 billion, up marginally from a year earlier. Stronger demand from the US citizens will help the island nation to reduce its expanding trade deficit. Industrial output in China grew 5.1% in July from 5.3% a month earlier, down for the third consecutive month, dashing hopes for a speedy recovery. Analysts point out that the data points to the need for more policy support aimed at consumers instead of infrastructure. On that note, oil prices were also down as Chinese exports of gasoline and diesel fell in July, reflecting lower crude oil processing levels and lower overall demand. Impact on Sri Lanka. China is an important partner for foreign direct investments. In May, the Ministry of Investment Promotion announced that Sri Lanka is expecting to sign a $3 billion agreement with China's Sinopec to build an oil refinery in Hambantota. Additionally, tourists from the world's second-largest economy are a significant contributor to Sri Lanka's rebounding tourism industry. And that's the wrap for this week. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated on the latest developments in Sri Lanka.